Welcome into the Brooks Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Megan.
What's up?
If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. Follow us on all social media. And if you want to keep up with daily updates, join our Discord. Link is in the description. But let's get into some news. So first off, we're basically doing a playoff preview today. I know we're a little late. Okay, game started on Sunday, but we will be previewing it now. Okay, so injuries that are going to be affected, playoff teams. We have Rebecca Allen. She had season-ending surgery to address a lingering back issue, which is a bummer for Phoenix. Phoenix is much stronger with Rebecca Allen in. Errol Powers has been ruled out for the rest of the season. Ty Harris. This injury actually happened in the first game today. We don't know the severity yet, but I heard she couldn't put pressure on her foot.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it?
She was closing out a defender and she landed on their foot and rolled her ankle pretty bad and then wasn't able to really walk off from there.
That is a bummer. Hoping for a speedy recovery. Connecticut does need her. Ezzie McElroy concussion ruled out for game 1. A couple of transactions. We have Phoenix signed Amy Atwell to the rest of the season contract. Minnesota signed Olivia Apupo. Apapo? I'm sorry. The rest of the season contract. Atlanta signed as
Zine Kalu.
Okay, to rest season contract. Las Vegas signed Queen Egbo to rest season contract. And then just a random one in there. Elizabeth Williams actually signed a contract extension with Chicago. Great signing. I love Elizabeth Williams. But okay, into some news. We have Derek Hamby is the 4th WNBA player to ever record 300 defensive rebounds in a season, joining Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Alyssa Thomas. Asia Wilson broke the WNBA single season rebound record set by Angel Reese. Now, I know there's controversy because Angel got hurt, yada, yada, yada. A record's a record. There was this post about Asia Wilson's resume. I almost copied and pasted it and put in our doc to read. And then I said that would take too long. So I'll just tell you some of them. And this is maybe a quarter of her accomplishments this season. First in points per game, first in blocks per game, first in total rebounds, first in steals and blocks, first in, they call it PR, yeah? First in win shares and first in offensive rating. And there's about 20 other, maybe 30 other ones. But with all that said, they did announce on Sunday that she was the unanimous MVP for the WNBA. How did you feel? Did you feel like the announcement was a little controversial? Like, why was it super early in the morning? And 2, usually isn't the MVP announced like one of the last awards announced?
Yeah, I couldn't recall actually. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you feel like it was something weird that was announced in the
Yeah.
morning?
Why is it announced that early? And I thought MVP, you build up to MVP. You do all the other awards.
Right,
And then
right.
it's
No,
like
I think you're right.
MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MVP is the biggest one. So yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I didn't really
I
like it.
mean, maybe, yeah, I don't know.
It was like she had such a great season, and for them to be like, we're just gonna tell everyone right now when everyone's sleeping that she won unanimous. And it's like she's only the second player to win a unanimous MVP in
Yeah.
WNBA history. So it's kind of just like great marketing, like great launch. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Average viewership for the WNBA Friday night spotlight on Ion in 2024 increased by 133% from 2023, and the network attracted 23.37 million unique viewers across the games. We'd love to see it. Gina Charles set the record for most career rebounds with 4,007 and counting. The 2024 peak performers, we had Asia Wilson. She was averaging 26.9 points per game. Angel Reese, 13.1 rebounds per game. And then Caitlin Clark was averaging 8.4 assists per game. Super cool. 2 rookies led in both those categories, along with Asia Wilson. Future is bright. Diana Taurasi, rumored to be retiring. How do you feel, Meg?
Sad.
Do you think she's really going to retire?
I think she has more life in her, but there's a chance. I know there were certain games where, you could just tell she's getting old. But it's sad. She's still a dog.
No, I feel like she still has some juice left in her.
Yeah.
You don't see her out there and you're like, oh, she shouldn't be playing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the vibe. But someone that did retire was Shea Clarendon, retired from the WNBA. I
Mm-hmm.
know she was out for personal reasons for pretty much the majority of the season. Um, but I mean, we watched that Prime Video, the documentary they did. She did a lot for the WNBA. So yeah, sad to see her go. Wish her well. Natasha Howard posts that she'll be exploring all of her options in free agency. Give me a team you want to see Natasha Howard on.
Oh, that's a tough one.
The Las Vegas Aces. Okay.
Really?
Next.
You want everyone to the
I
Aces.
know. No, okay, let's be for real. I don't know why I know why she wants to leave Dallas. There's a lot of hands the ball. I mean, there's a lot of, hands the
Yeah.
ball needs to touch. Is that how you
You know
say
what I
it?
would say? If
Huh.
Tina Charles doesn't come back, maybe Atlanta.
I think Tina Charles is gonna come back though. And I don't like Atlanta, so I would not endorse that. What about no. I don't like any of these teams. No, you might be right with the Atlanta.
Well, there's opportunity because Valkyrie is creating a
You're
team,
right.
so there could be
She'll be the
movement
face of the
there.
Valkyrie. All right, that's a good addition.
Uh,
Okay,
see,
but she'd be a solid piece.
yeah, we'll
What are
see.
you talking?
I mean, that's my new
Just be
team,
quiet.
so I'm being selective on who I would like to have on my team.
When did you start thinking Natasha Howard was a bad player?
No, I don't think she's a bad player, but I have to really look at my team and, is
She would
Natasha a player
probably be
that I
the
can build a
best.
lot of other players
She would probably
around?
be the best free agent available. Who else is good that wants to leave their team?
I
Wants
see,
to
I
leave
see, I
their
see.
team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's see. So I did talk about Asia Wilson being named the unanimous MVP for WNBA. She became the first WNBA player to be named MVP 3 times in her first 7 seasons. She's also the fourth player to be named WNBA MVP 3 or more times, joining Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, and Lauren Jackson. You know whose name I
Mm,
why isn't Candace Parker on this list? She's only won 2, huh? Candace.
mhm.
Interesting. Okay, AP honors were also announced today. Why were they also announced today? Why are we overlapping?
I don't
There's just
know.
too much. I don't like these announcements. Okay, AP honors. Asia Wilson MVP, Caitlin Clark Rookie of the Year. She was unanimous. Nafisa Collier Defensive Player of the Year. Tiffany Hayes Sixth Woman of the Year. Dearica Hamby Most Improved Player, and then Cheryl Reeve Coach of the Year. What?
It's a solid list, I think.
But fine. DJNA should be on here.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get the WNBA one, I'll have a rant ready. Okay, all WNBA first team by AP is Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, Caitlin Clark. And then the AP all rookie team was Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Leonie Fibich, and Rikia Jackson and Camila Cardoso. That's a good one. I like it. But okay, guys, you know why you're here. It's for the playoff preview. Yes, we are a day late, but we're not $1 short because it's not over. The first round isn't over. And we did watch the first round. There's a lot of takeaways. But let's start off. New York versus Atlanta. So previous matchups, New York beat Atlanta 3 times. Atlanta beat them once. New York is actually favored by 13.5 points. And after today's game, I don't want to really preview games because I know next week we'll be reviewing, the first round. Would you say this is the easiest matchup of the series, of
Get your
everyone's
brooms
series?
ready, guys. Get your brooms ready.
So you're saying New York back-to-back wins. 2-0.
2-0. Get it
The
done.
wrap.
Get your rest.
It's What does Atlanta need to do to try to win?
I don't think at this point nothing they can do.
You're crazy. There has to be something.
I don't know. I don't know. They're just not hitting. They're not. It's like they're not really
That's the
working as a
problem.
team to get buckets. They're just, I don't know, just trying to score, but it looks sloppy. It just the energy level is not there for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you had to pick one Atlanta player that needs to step up for them to win, who would it be?
Ryan Howard.
Did you just cheat and look at my dog?
No,
Okay, why Ryan Howard then?
because if you look at her stats and look at how she's performing, her energy and stuff, if she steps it up and she's hitting shots,
Mm-hmm.
big time shots, then it could change the game. I feel like Tina Charles and Alicia Gray is doing what they can. Jordan
Yeah.
Canada too. She could step up a little bit more. She's not the same Jordan Canada that she was when she was with LA. I feel
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
aggressive, get into the basket, scrappy kind of player.
Yeah.
Um, but she's dealt with a lot of injuries. She came back late. But Ryan Howard, man, she's supposed to be the star of the team. You gotta lead the team. She's not leading.
And you know about Atlanta that I think I have an issue with is like Ryan Howard is talented, Alicia Gray is talented, but I feel like they don't complement each other. They
Mhm.
clash. They get in the way of they have their games are similar. So it's like one's gonna be hot and the other one's not. Like it's I find it rare that they're both having good games.
Mhm.
I don't know. Is that how you kind of see it or
I just feel like I've been kind of saying, there's no leadership, right?
mm,
And no one truly wants the ball in their hands. Like, I feel like it's Ryan Howard's team. She should have the ball in the hand when needed. When they need to
mm-hmm,
get a bucket, she needs to get that bucket.
mm-hmm,
And that's not usually the case. It's usually Tina Charles or
mm-hmm,
Gray.
mm-hmm,
And you're right. They just look like they're just playing pickup ball. Like,
mm-hmm,
there's the plays. I don't really see good play calling. I don't. It could be coaching. So I'm not really liking the play calls.
mm-hmm,
You know.
mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you said New York's gonna sweep them, but who is a player from New York that is a key player for their run? Let's just talk longevity for New York then. Who is gonna be the key player for New York besides Breanna Stewart, Sabrina, the big names?
I mean, the rookie, she's already been stepping it up, Beebich, but I think Benaja plays a big role.
Mm-hmm,
She's always been a defensive factor for them. She brings that kind of scrappy energy. She's able to get those turnovers when needed.
mm-hmm.
Um, and then, I mean, if you can get Vandersloot to play back how she was playing last year in the playoffs, to really facilitate the ball, they're going to
Mm-hmm,
be good.
mm-hmm. I would agree with you. Phoebich is a player that won great pickup by New York.
Yeah.
We've been complimenting them for that the whole season. And
Yep.
she's just getting better. I think she's an X factor, and I will always say John Quill is an X factor for New York because in the playoffs last year, if she was not on, they did not win, and
Mhm.
I still find that true.
I
Like,
think in the first, I mean, you did ask the question like longevity, but
yeah,
I
not
don't I
not
don't
this
think they
round.
really need
Yeah,
her the first round. So
I'm talking about to win
yeah,
it all.
yeah, I hear you there. Mhm.
Okay, okay. So New York takes it all. No losses from Atlanta. They're not gonna. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let us
Next
know
game,
what.
they're gonna be done.
Yeah. Okay. Next matchup: Connecticut versus Indiana. Connecticut has beat Indiana 3 times. Indiana has beat Connecticut once. Connecticut is favored by 6.5 points. What's your vibe on this game? What are you thinking?
I think Indiana wins the next one, and then Connecticut wins in Indiana. I was hoping
Did you
for
watch the game?
yeah.
Okay. And you think Indiana's gonna win?
I still think they can squeak
Okay.
one out. Honestly,
Okay. I don't
yeah. I
know.
don't want to go too much into a recap
I
because
know.
I'll
Connecticut.
say my opinion for the next video.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, hopefully it comes true, but I think, if you ask me, if Kaylin hits, all it takes is one game where she's hitting,
That's
and
true.
it could change the game. And I think that they can pull out the next one.
But Connecticut has one of the best defenses in the
I
W.
know, I know,
And Indiana does not have one of the best defenses
I
in the
know.
W.
I
Okay.
today, yeah.
What was today? An anomaly? Okay.
No, I mean today, yeah, Connecticut came out today,
Was
but
it
I
good?
think people like Bonner was hitting, right? And
You're
she
right.
came out hot. And,
Okay.
is she gonna be able to do that next game as well?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then, they got Harris is hurt now. So there's a chance for Indiana, I think, to pull out the next game. So go ahead and quote me on that.
I'm just saying, Indiana hasn't been here in a while.
I know.
Almost 10 years. So
yeah,
I think
but
I
they're
made that
here.
stat up. Okay, so who's a key player from Connecticut that you're keeping your eye on that's like they need them to win this game to close it out?
I think Bonner needs to like she did in game one. She has to come out hitting the whole series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For me, it's Marina Mabrey. They traded for her for a reason.
Right.
To get over the hump in playoffs. I know we're trying not to
Yeah.
recap, but
And well, I mean, she's
who was
probably gonna be
hitting?
starting now too. So
Exactly. But you know what's crazy? I like when she comes off the bench more. I
yeah.
feel like it flows with their game a little bit better. So that also could be an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Indiana? Who needs to step up for Indiana? Not Caitlin Clark, not Kelsey Mitchell. Give me a different name. Give me a different name.
It's gonna have to be the bigs, I think. I think it's gonna have to be Aaliyah Boston and Alyssa Smith.
Mm-hmm.
If they're gonna pull out a win, they're gonna have those bigs have to step up and they have to be able to hit those shots. Because a lot in game one, a lot they were driving, kicking to Aaliyah and Alyssa for those little short mid-range jumpers, and
Yeah.
they weren't hitting all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they need to hit those, be able to attack, get rebounds. They could be a game changer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll also throw in Lexi Hull into this because when Lexi Hull can hit that three,
Yeah.
they win games.
Yeah.
When she can hit those threes in the corner, I know she kind of went on a little dry spell. She was hot, kind of falling off, but if she can kind of get back to that spot, that's gonna help out Indiana a lot. Okay, so you think Connecticut will lose one game, but we'll take it home. We'll move on to the semis.
2-1. Yep.
Semis. Yeah. Okay. Minnesota versus Phoenix. I wish we didn't see that game before we're talking about it. A little scary. I'm a little concerned, a little scared. Minnesota has won 3 games. Phoenix has 1 game versus each other. Minnesota is favored by 9.5 points. Are you concerned? Is it a sweep?
I still think it's going to be a sweep.
Okay. And why?
I mean, this is typical Phoenix basketball that we saw in game one.
Mm-hmm.
They can't play a full game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we've noticed towards the end of the season is that they are just struggling on having a full good game. They know how to go on runs. And don't get me wrong, if Kalia Copper comes out hitting, there's always going to be a chance. Kalia is a dog, but Minnesota is a full, good, well-rounded team, and they're coached by a good coach. And Nafisa is just a great player.
I want to circle back to Kalia Copper. I have her as my key player. She's been out with injury for a while. But Kalia Copper can take over a game. She don't need the rest of her team. So I think if she steps up, that's their path to victory. But getting back into it, we have to see if they can squeeze it out. We saw a glimpse of it today. We did see a glimpse of it. What about for Minnesota? Who are you looking for? Who is going to impact Minnesota?
I'd have to say probably someone that normally doesn't, probably Natisha Hydeman. They've been leaning on her a lot lately. They've been giving her a lot of minutes. So if she can really come through and be productive in those minutes, that'd really push them over the edge.
For me, I fought between the 2 names, between Bridget Carlton and Courtney Williams. 2 different skill sets. But if Bridget Carlton can get hot from 3, those clutch, that she comes in clutch. But same with Courtney Williams. Her jumper is just beautiful. If her jumper is hitting, those 2 right there, if they're on, it's a victory.
Yeah.
They're going to be hard to beat.
Courtney because I feel like she's been playing pretty solid lately. So as long as she just keeps doing the same she's been doing, I mean, I feel like they'll be fine. So
yeah. But yeah, more like Bridget Carlton. I feel like had a very up and down season. And I feel like when she's hot and on, they're very hard to beat. That's what I was saying. So you think Minnesota sweeps it?
Yeah, I think they can. Yeah.
Alrighty, last game. Las Vegas Aces versus Seattle Storm. This is a game we have not seen yet. We are recording on Sunday before this game right here. But Las Vegas has beaten Seattle 3 times. Seattle has beaten Vegas once. Vegas is favored by 8.5 points. What happens, Meg?
I think it will be 2-1 Las Vegas.
Seattle gets a win.
I think Seattle's going to get a win.
Okay.
And I think it's going to come off of, Gabby Williams stepping up and, Jewel Lloyd just having a game. Jewel Lloyd has to come back from this injury like she wasn't injured. I am a little nervous, though, because
she hasn't been doing good this season.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say for them, it's gonna be Jewel Lloyd actually taking good shots, not just keep constantly like taking shots just because. And then if they can get Ezzy back, that would be great as well.
That's what's going to hamper them, the Ezzy thing. I feel like this is going to be a very hard fought battle, but not as hard fought. What year was that? Was it 2021? The year before Sue Bird retired. That year.
Oh yeah.
That series. Oh my God. Now that was a crazy series. But I think I can't say that Las Vegas is gonna lose. This is gonna be the hardest series out of all of them. This was going to be the hardest one. For me, though, I think it's Skylar Diggins. Skylar Diggins-Smith. Give Skylar the ball. Skylar is on fire. Get her involved early. I feel like sometimes she takes, well, not her team. Like you said, Jewel Lloyd. There's a lot of hands. There's a lot of mouths that need to be fed on this team. But some people just need to stop shooting the ball when they're not hot. I don't know. Skylar Diggins-Smith is on a tear. I think her and NECA can get it done. I think her and NECA can get it done. What about for Vegas? Who needs to step up for Vegas?
They need playoff Gray. Chelsea needs to come out being her playoff self, facilitating, controlling the offense.
Yep.
Dishing the ball, getting the ball in the right hands at the right time, and hitting those clutch shots. I think that if she's at that level of play, then they're gonna. I feel like I'll be looking at another championship for them.
I would have to agree with you. If Chelsea Gray can get back to where she was last year, we've seen it. It's getting there. The injury, it took. She had to knock off some rust. But another name, Tiffany Hayes. Tiffany Hayes off the bench for the Aces. She's been on fire. She's quick. She can play defense. She's that 2-way guard we needed. We definitely needed. But yeah, I agree, Chelsea Gray. If Chelsea Gray can be where she was last year, that's going to help Vegas a lot. Okay, so you think Vegas wins the series, but Seattle steals one from them?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see. But we'll do it section by section. I don't want to give the full predictions. So you basically have all the favorites winning. New York, Connecticut, Minnesota, Vegas.
Yep.
No upsets in the first round. Okay. After what I saw today, if we didn't see the games today, I would have had one upset, but I saw the games today, and I can't fully say there's going to be an upset.
Yeah.
I don't see it. But okay, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know your playoff predictions down below. Super excited to watch playoffs. I'm about to go stress out now watching Vegas and Seattle. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and we'll be back next week with the first round recap. Peace.
Peace.